Section 1.4, the Roman numeration system. The Roman numeration system started out as a simple additive numeration system based on 7 symbols. Okay, the first symbol was the I, which represented 1. The V represents 5. X represented 10. L represents 50. C represented 100. D represents 500, and M represents 1,000. Those 7 symbols is where the Roman numeration system started, with those Hindu-Arabic equivalents. Now, examples from page 7. If we look at number 1 here, what do we have? We have 10 plus 10 plus 5 plus 1 plus 1, which would equal 27. Number 2, if we look at it reading from left to right, and the symbols have to be in correct order from largest symbol to smallest symbol. So in this case, C is 100, L is 50, X is 10, X is 10, I is 1. So this would be 171. Number 3, starting from left to right, M is 1,000, C is 100, C is 100, X is 10, I is 1, I is 1. So this would be 1,212. And we always read from left to right, and the symbols should go in order at this point, from left to right, largest to smallest. Alright, now try some for yourself on page 8. Express each of the following Roman numerals as a Hindu-Arabic numeral equivalent. You might want to pause the video, work them out, and then come back to the video. Alright, number 1 would be 76. L would be 50, plus 10 is 70, plus 5 is 75, plus 1 is 76. Number 2, CLXV. That would be 100, plus 50, plus 10, plus 5, 165. Number 3 would be 1,000, plus 100, plus 50, plus 5, plus 3, which makes 1,158. Number 4, this would have been 27. 10 plus 10 plus 5 plus 1 plus 1, 27. Number 5 would have been 1,000 plus 500 plus 100 plus 100 plus 50 plus 5, 1,755. DCLVI would be 500 plus 100 plus 50 plus 5 plus 1. Add it all up, 656. Now, what if we wanted to go the other way? On page 8, these 6 examples. Now we want to change the following Hindu-Arabic numerals to a Roman numeral. The same idea, but now we're going to go in reverse. So if you look at 76, what's the largest symbol, number that Hindu-Arabic value goes in there? Well, 50. 50 goes into 76 once. So that we would have 1 L, and then we would need 2 10s, so that's XX, plus 5, which is V, plus 1 is I. So it would be LXXVI. 135, you would have had 100, which would be C, 30, which would be 3 X's, 5, which would be a V. So that should be CXXXV. Number 3, 2,525. 2,000 means 2 M's, 500 means a D, 20 means 2 X's, 5 is a V. So this would be MMDXXV. 615. 500 is the largest, so you're going to have a D, but I need another 100, so I need C, which gives me 600. 10 would give me X, 5 would be V. So this would be DCXV. Number 5, you should have ended up with MDCLXV. And number 6, you would have ended up with MMXVII. Okay, now you may want to pause the video and work the test your understanding problems on page 8. Check your answers in Appendix A before continuing on in this section. Now, continuing on, the Roman numeration system then introduced the subtractive property to avoid repeating a symbol more than 3 times and added the following symbols. Okay. They added an IV. The I is smaller than a V, so now we're putting a smaller symbol in front of a larger. So IV represented 4. We put an I in front of 10, so it's IX, which is 9, 1 less than 10. If I did XL, that's 10 less than 50, which is 40. XC would be 10 less than 100, which would be 90. The smaller value gets subtracted from the larger because the smaller one came first. So CD, that would be 500 minus 100, 400. CM would be 1,000 minus 100, 900. So these were the symbols introduced with the subtractive property. The whole idea was so you did not repeat a symbol more than 3 times when you wrote a numeral. Okay, so let's look at these. Now, if you look at the left side, you have the entire table there. Okay, so we want to express each of the following Roman numerals with the Hindu-Arabic numeral equivalent. Okay, so you may want to pause the video, work these out, then come back and check your answers. All right, number 1, CD would have been 400, XL would have been 40, V would have been 5. Add it all up, 445. Number 2, XL was 40, IV was 4, so it's going to be 44. Number 3, CD would be 400, XL would be 40, VII would be 7, so it's 447. Number 4, CM would have been 900, LXX would have been 70, IV would have been 4, 974. M would have been 1,000, DCC would have been 700, L would have been 50, V would have been 5. 1,755. DCLVI, DC would have been 600, L would have been 50, VI would have been 6. So 656 is the answer. Now let's go the other way. Can you express a Hindu-Arabic numeral as a Roman numeral equivalent? Well, what we want to think about is 94. So the largest value in our table in this would be 90. And 90 would be, it'd be 90 plus 4. So 90 is XC, 4 would be IV. So this is XC, IV. Breaking the number up first. Number 2, 464. Well, this would be 400 plus 60 plus 4. How do we represent 400? 400 would be CD. 60 would be LX. 4 would be IV. So breaking the number up in terms of its place value will help you write the numeral out in Roman numerals. So 1,996. That's going to be 1,000 plus 900 plus 90 plus 6. How do we represent 1,000? That's M. How do you represent 900? That's CM. 90 would be XC. 6 would be VI. So by breaking it up according to its place values will help you write it in Roman numerals. Number 4, 3,000 plus 400 plus 40 plus 8. So that's going to be 3 M's, CD, XL, VII. 344, 300 plus 40 plus 4. 300 is CCC, 40 would be XL, 4 would be IV. 1,982 would be 1,000 plus 900 plus 80 plus 2. So this would be M plus CM plus LXXX plus II. And that would be those numerals written as a Roman numeral. Alright, now you may want to pause the video, work the test your understanding problems on page 10, and check your answers in Appendix A before continuing in this section. Now, the Roman numeration system then added a multiplication property in the Middle Ages to help express large values. Multiplication is implied by placing a series of bars above a symbol or symbols in a Roman numeral. Each bar represents multiplying 1,000 times the value of the symbol or symbols. So, some examples from page 10. If I had X with a line above it, CLVI. The X with a line above it would be 10 times 1,000. The C would be 100. The L would be 50. VI would be 6. So this is 10 times 1,000, which is 10,000, plus 100 plus 50, 6. Okay, IX, VII. Well, the IX is 9. Times 1,000 would be 9,000 plus 7. So this would be 9 times 1,000 plus 7, 9,007. Now, V with 2 lines above it. V is 5. So this is 5 times 1,000 times 1,000, which is 5 million. A lot of people did not see this if you did cover Roman numerals in your education. This is something unique that very few people get to see, is the multiplication property of the Roman numeration system. Alright, so let's look at these problems. Pause the video for a second, try to work them out, and then check your answers by continuing the video. Alright, number 1, V with a line above it is going to be 5,000. Plus CC is 200, plus L is 50, plus VII is 7. So this is 5,257. Number 2, X with a line above it is going to be 10 times 1,000, 10,000. D is 500, L is 50, IV is 4. So this is 10,554. Again, we use the idea of place values to help us. Okay, IX, that's 9 times 1,000, so we start with 9,000 plus 200 plus 40 plus 2. Add it all up, 9,242. Number 4, X with a line above it is 10 times 1,000, 10,000. M is 1,000, CD is 400, XX is 20, V is 5. Add it all up, you get 11,425. Number 5, X with a line above it is 10 times 1,000, which is 10,000. CD is 400, L is 50, IV is 4. So we add them all up, 10,454. Number 6, X with 2 lines above it. This means 10 times 1,000 times 1,000, which is 1 million. Plus 2,000, plus 700, plus 50, plus 7. Add it all up, you get 10,002,757. Now let's look at going the other direction. Let's change Hindu-Arabic numerals to a Roman numeral. Well, we start with breaking it up. So we have 9,000 plus 400 plus 20 plus 1. How can we write 9,000? Well, that could be 9 times 1,000, right? So we take IX with a line above it. 400 is CD, 20 would be XX, 1 is just I. Number 2, 4,000 plus 600 plus 40 plus 5. 4,000 is IV with a line above it. 600 is DC. 40 is XL. And 5 is V. Number 3, 11,000 plus 900 plus 90 plus 6. 11,000 would be 11 times 1,000 plus 900 is CM plus 90 is XC plus 6 is VI. Number 4, 10,448. So that's 10,000 plus 400 plus 40 plus 8. 10,000 would be an X with a line above it. 400 is CD. 40 is XL. 8 is VIII. Number 5, 56,344. Well, 56,340 plus 4. 56,000. That would be 56 LVI with a line above it. Makes 56,000. CCC for 300. XL for 40. IV for 4. Number 6. If we were using the line, this would be 101,000. 1001. So 1001 would be MI with a line above it, makes it 1,001,000. Plus 40 be XL, plus 5 would be V. Alright, now you may want to pause the video and work the test your understanding problems on page 11 and check your answers in Appendix A before continuing.